Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charleston, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a show for you guys here today that you definitely want to stick around for. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel here. Now, as y'all know, Ja Morant has found himself in the headlines as of recent for all the wrong reasons. Just yesterday, we produced an impromptu live covering a story about one of Ja Morant's biggest sponsors potentially pulling out from their contract or their deal with him in Powerade that is owned by Coca-Cola, where they put down all of the ads. They removed all the ads. They removed the 60-second spot that they had on YouTube, and all of that was gone, right? And then we were reacting to it. Then I believe a day before that, a picture came out of Ja Morant when he was at that strip club in Denver where he would flash the weapon, really where a lot of this really even started to pick up even more steam, right? So we got a chance to see the image of him there. Some people are questioning, why did that club release that information? That's a whole other story. Why did they release that photograph for the public? Because they believe that it made him look worse. Some people even believe that it was because of them releasing that photo that caused Powerade to decide that they wanted to, I guess, suspend their relationship with Ja Morant. So people were saying that, right? And everyone had kind of their 2 cents on the matter. We did a live, we covered it. To reiterate some of the points that I said, some of the sentiments really that I had in that live, to this day, I really don't understand how all of this is actually happening, right? I don't even understand how we're really here, because a lot of this just seems to be self-inflicted. So it's something that I really don't understand. Then, while all of this was happening, one of the brightest minds in all of sports media, Gilbert, decided that he wanted to chime in and share his thoughts on what we witnessed in the image with Ja Morant in that strip club, and basically offer up an explanation as to what he really thought was going on and what Ja Morant ultimately was doing. But before we get into his comments, this video is brought to you by sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards, only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So Gilbert took it upon himself to post on his Instagram account the picture of Ja Morant in the strip club with all of that money all over the place or whatever it is. And here is what he said, and it got 76,000 likes so far. Can all the media outlets apologize to Ja Morant for the smear campaign they did, calling him a thug? This family man, hero, role model, franchise player, future face of the league, and now philanthropist, he is shown here donating his money and time to a local historic place called Shotgun Willie's, that houses misguided females of the community due to the lack of funding from the city. The building AC was not working at the time, which is why Morant's shirt was seen off in the picture. The $50,000 donation that Mr. Morant provided had one of the local community women so excited she jumped on Mr. Morant without his consent. As you can see, he is not touching the woman, nor enjoying what is going on. As for Mr. Morant's live video, due to the large amount of currency displayed on the ground, a local Denverite attempted to rob this historical place, and Mr. Morant courageously put his life in harm's way and disarmed the bandit. Mr. Morant showed great heroism. The mayor of Denver, Michael B. Hancock, dropped the investigation against Mr. Morant and is now thinking about giving him the key to the city for his bravery that night. Can't wait to see Mr. Morant back on the floor. All heroes don't wear capes, but Mr. Morant does. Stand up, citizen. That's Gilbert Arenas. That's Gilbert Arenas. Obviously, he's being facetious. Obviously, he's trying to make a joke out of it. And in the process of him doing that, I believe he's humiliating John Morant. There was no advice there. There was no investigation, nothing like that. He was just basically poking fun of the situation. Because I cannot think of any serious-minded person that would read something like that and think, oh, yeah, he's really making a point. No, he's being funny. The ACs didn't work, so he took off his shirt and all of those other things and all of the stuff that he was just basically making fun of the situation. And this is what you have. This is what happens when you put yourself in compromising situations. You open up avenues for people to turn you into a joke. This is what happens. This is the same Gilbert Arenas that was a few days ago giving him advice on what his career was to look like heading into the future. 2 or 3 days later, he's posting an image of him being on an image of him on his Instagram account, essentially making fun of him. And 75,000 people saw that and thought it was amusing, which is another problem within itself that I'm not even going to try to address here. The situations surrounding John Morant are serious. This is serious business. Literally serious business. You're jeopardizing your career, your sponsorship money, and your reputation. So there's serious business taking place. I don't see this situation as a laughing matter or a time to be poking fun at the guy. This is serious business. It is. John Morant is in a situation that he shouldn't be in. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing positive that has come from this thus far. I, like some, are hoping that he comes out of this on top with all of his business relationships in place. But I don't see the humor in any of this. There's nothing funny about it. Maybe it's just me. But Gilbert Arenas here is making fun of him. There's nothing positive that he was saying. He was poking fun at the situation. And this is what happens when you put yourself in situations like this. You open up the door for people to clown you. That's all he was doing, in my opinion, because no serious-minded person will tell me that he was actually offering up some advice or some clear reasoning as to what we just witnessed in that image. So these are my thoughts and opinions. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.